So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So we've seen a few of these, right? These ID refusals, but I don't think we've seen a lot of them go wrong. This one here is ID refusal goes wrong. Arrested for napping. Now, going into this, I'm thinking, arrested for napping? How does that happen? How do you get arrested for napping? So I'm like, she must be either have been drinking, or maybe she's, I don't know. I don't formulate too many conclusions of how this could have happened. I don't know. So we're gonna see. Definitely we're gonna see. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, join the fam. Moment of silence for the haters. That's enough. Now run the likes up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's check this out.
4 hours.
4 hours?
Well, back it up.
People have called and said that you have been laying in this car for 4 hours.
4 hours? I don't want to give you my ID. I can be here till after sunset. I know this.
Exactly, and now that you've been asked to identify yourself, we need you to identify yourself.
But what is it that I'm doing that's illegal?
We don't know. Nobody said you're now at this point.
You should check their ID. I'm sure they're on their way somewhere really.
Well, if I need to, I will.
You couldn't have handled this by yourself? You couldn't have just said, hey, ma'am, are you all right?
All right.
No.
Yes.
You are not getting me out of my car.
Yes, ma'am,
no,
I am.
You are not.
Don't resist me.
No.
Well, see, now we've seen several different scenarios. A lady saying, no, I'm not giving you my ID. No, I'm not identifying myself. No, I'm not telling you that. And cops take their time, and this one seems to be going completely different. So it's basically almost seeming like case-by-case basis at this point.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's
Or at the police officer's discretion.
story is out of Guntersville, Alabama. Christy Caldwell Landry was enjoying an afternoon by taking a walk along the Tennessee River shoreline. When she returned to her car, she relaxed, listened to the radio, and decided to take a nap. A woman called 911 to voice concerns that a girl was sleeping in her car for the past 2 hours, and that the car had expired Louisiana plates.
I don't know if she's asleep or something's wrong with her. So I didn't know if the police needed to come and check on her.
When the Guntersville police arrived on scene, they learned that the plates were not expired, but woke Christy up anyways. The video begins with officers ordering her to produce ID and attempting to remove her from the vehicle.
Would you like to give me your ID or go to jail?
No.
You don't want to give me your ID?
I'm not going to give you my ID.
Okay, well, come on.
No.
Yes.
You are not getting me out of my car.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
No, you are not.
Don't resist me.
No.
You're required to give me your ID when I ask for it, okay? Under Title 15.
Can you give me? I am taking a nap because I'm off
Do you
of
want to go to
work
jail?
right now. I
Would
live
you-
in town.
Okay, would you like...
I'm not
Ma'am,
going to
I'm talking. Would you like to give me your ID or go to jail?
No.
You don't want to give me your ID?
I'm not going to give you my ID.
Okay, well, come on. Put your shoes on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Yes.
You are not getting me.
How does this make y'all feel? How do y'all feel about this ID refusal? You know what I mean? Because some people would be like, oh my gosh, what is it hurting? Just give your ID. If you're not trying to hide that, why go through all this? Some people would be like, no, it's my right. If you feel as though it's your right not to give it to them, they say it's my right. I don't have to identify myself. Some people will say, yes, you do. If a cop, like, it's becoming a gray area. You know what I mean? So let's just see how it plays out.
Me out of my car.
Yes, ma'am,
no,
I am.
You are not.
Don't resist me.
No. Why
Listen
is
to
he
me.
doing this?
Listen to me.
Are you about to break my elbow?
You listen to me, okay? I've asked you for your ID. You've
Would
told me
you
no.
talk to me? I'm telling
have
you
told
who
you
I
not
am.
to.
It doesn't matter
Yes, ma'am.
what my card says.
Okay, give me your ID.
Is this how y'all treat
We have the
people?
right to identify you, okay?
There's
people been calling.
What, they've been calling? I've been here for...
If you'll let me
I'm
explain-
taking my lunch break.
You let me explain to you what we got the call on and why we're starting to
Why?
investigate this, okay? Can you let me just explain?
Yeah, sure.
People have called and said that you have been laying in this car for 4 hours.
4 hours?
Listen to me. We don't know anything until we get here, identify you, and see if everything's okay. This officer's asked for your identification. You're supposed to...
I'm sitting here.
You're supposed to provide
I'm not
that.
supposed to provide that because I'm sitting in my property. Okay?
You're on city property.
Okay, I am a part of the city
So go
too.
ahead. Ma'am, why are you...
You just woke me up.
Right.
What do you
We
expect?
didn't know that you've been here asleep for 4 hours or 4 minutes
haven't
or 4
been-
seconds. It doesn't matter.
I was listening to Sean Hannity for about 15 minutes, then I went to sleep.
Do you want to
I
give us
could
our
not
ID?
sleep. No, I don't. I don't want to give you my ID. And I have no other reason other than you are approaching me in a very rude manner while I am sleeping. And now I'm going to be in a terrible mood all day.
It could be more terrible because you are...
4 hours. Who called you and said I was here for 4 hours?
Hey man, to be honest with you, some people don't like being woke up, bro, and this is what you get. Are y'all that type of person? Are you the type of person that just don't like being woke up out your sleep? And when you do, this is the animal that you got to deal with now that you woke me up out my sleep. Simple sometimes.
Dispatchers, we don't take the calls, we just go answer them.
Right.
You're supposed to
I
identify
can't
yourself.
take
He's
a
asking for
nap.
identification. He's asking for identification.
What if I'm walking? Would you approach me and tell me that that's strange?
If something got called in that you were acting strange, then
I'm
we would have to
strangely
investigate.
sleeping in my car.
Ma'am, we have to
I
investigate
can
the
be
call.
here till after sunset. I know this.
Exactly, and now that you've been asked to identify yourself, we need you to identify yourself.
Who are you?
Provide us. I'm Officer Young. We go into a police department.
So I
We
have
need
to
you to
identify
yourself.
myself because I'm sleeping in my car.
Yes.
And then what?
If everything's fine,
Everything is fine. This is my space and everything is fine.
All right,
Now,
I'm
if
gonna-
I'm doing something illegal, then
We don't know.
you
Do you have
can
warrants?
take me in. What is illegal? What is it that I'm doing
we
that's
don't know.
illegal?
Nobody
If you
said
have warrants
you're
now at this point.
I don't
Nobody
have
said-
any
Nobody
warrants.
said anything
I'm
was
sitting
illegal.
in my
Okay.
car,
Ma'am,
very sleepy.
ma'am,
Very sleepy.
ma'am.
The officers have already tried to physically remove Christy, and now are hyper-focused on identifying her. Her plates came back clean, and Christy had no legal responsibility to provide her ID, and her right to refuse is protected by the Fourth Amendment. She seems to know this, but the officers don't appear to be familiar with Section 15, even though they refer to it.
That's not good. That's not good.
You're required to give me your ID when I ask for it, okay? Under Title 15.
It states that a law enforcement officer may stop any person abroad in a public place whom he reasonably suspects is committing, has committed, or is about to commit a felony, or other public offense, and may demand of him his name, address, and an explanation of his actions. The officers have already stated that they didn't suspect Christy of a crime, and they should have cleared the scene long ago.
That's
This
it.
doesn't have to go
I'm a
any
person
direction other
just
than-
like you two. I'm a person.
Ooh, do y'all smell that lawsuit? Dollar bill, y'all. Money. Woo.
You do
Listen,
not wake somebody
listen,
up
you
in
ask
your
what
car.
you're doing illegal. In the state of Alabama, under Title 15 code, if we ask for who you are and ID, you have to give it to us.
It's illegal.
Yes, to not
It's
give it to
illegal for
me.
me to snap in my car.
Snap or sleep.
To nap
No, that is not
in
illegal.
my car.
Okay.
Tell me what I've been doing that's wrong. You give me a reason.
Okay.
Right now, you've been asked for your identification.
I don't want to give you my ID, okay? Y'all are
We have the
not.
right to detain you until...
See, and for the people that are saying right now, just give them your ID. Gosh. Then you allow the cops to get away with, no, they need to know the laws. And if the law states that she has to be committing a crime and she hasn't been committing a crime, then no, unfortunately, this has to happen for people to know and to learn the law. This has to happen. I hope nothing happens to her or it doesn't go completely wrong, but sometimes these situations have to happen.
Well, I have a right to ask you what your name is.
I've already told you that.
What is it?
Officer Young, we go to the police
Officer
department.
Young and Mr. Ford.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Tell me
I'm gonna call
what
for
was
the
said.
supervisor.
Y'all get back up. Y'all all come.
16
Y'all
to
tell me.
21.
I can't sleep in my car.
Ma'am, do you have warrants?
No, I
Can you
don't
be in
have
route
warrants.
please?
Provide.
Combative
Your
criminal,
identification.
I
refusing
just want you
ID.
to just talk to me like a human being.
We've both been doing that.
Are we
ma'am.
on different levels here? Y'all on another?
Apparently you are.
No.
Now,
I was
Do you live in
sleeping.
Louisiana?
Yeah. No, I don't live in Louisiana now.
Okay. How long have you lived in Alabama?
I've lived here 4 or 5 years.
Why don't you have an Alabama tag on your vehicle?
Because it's my dad's car.
Okay.
You have an Alabama driver's license.
Yes.
the state of Alabama?
Yes,
Can you
I do.
provide that, please, and show us that you
No.
can prove that?
No.
Okay, well then we're gonna have to tow your car and get it out of here because we can't let you drive on our roads since you've
Why
been here for
not?
5 years without getting an Alabama
No,
driver's license.
I have a Alabama driver's license.
Prove it.
Why is this? Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay, there.
Is it illegal for me to sleep in my car?
I don't know.
Y'all are giving me a runaround. I don't know what y'all
Ma'am,
don't
the
have
only
anything
person
better to
giving
do.
somebody a runaround is
No, why is it illegal?
Because Alabama says it is.
Ma'am,
Why? What am I doing that is illegal?
you understand that we're here for a welfare check because someone was concerned about
Who's
possibly your health when you were...
concerned? I was out there.
don't know who called.
I don't want to lay in the grass. It's windy. I'm cold.
Sleeping's fine, but now you've taken another
It's
level because you won't let us
it's not
identify.
another level, y'all. I am sleeping in my car, and y'all are coming up to me and bothering me. If I was out there littering or bothering people, and for you not to understand that I'm upset right now is really getting on me too.
I do not
Why?
understand.
Where do you live?
she's getting pissed by the moment, right? So, I think the cops are handling it, although the fact that they are wrong, based on what he read earlier about Title 15, I think they're handling it pretty well. I think the other dude who tried to reach in and grab her, I think that may be an issue down the line if she does file a lawsuit, but this is what you get when you wake some people up, man.
I'm not telling you anything about me.
Well,
I don't want you to know where I live. You know what? Because this is the way you approach me.
We approach you worried about you.
I'm sitting here having a real good nap. The rest of my day was going to be fine.
well, okay.
Seriously.
And you said, okay, where do you work since you said you're on your break?
I'm not
from work?
telling. I don't want to give y'all any of my information now.
Well, we're going to check with
I'll
your
probably
your
see y'all
office 'cause,
around.
maybe they're the ones that called if you've been here for 4 hours because you've been on a break, but you've been missing for a while.
It's not a break. I'm off of work. I'm off for the day.
Well, you said you're on a break.
I have tea in my
Yeah, she did say she was on a lunch break, so.
cup.
Okay.
I don't know why y'all are so concerned. What I want to know, what I'm
'Cause we
curious
got a
about,
call. One of our citizens
you
called
got
about
to call
someone in
that
the house.
a girl was in her car sleeping. That's so
A
odd.
female was asleep in the vehicle, yes. Or
Okay, and
unconscious or
then
whatever.
now y'all know I'm awake.
Very good.
So what else needs to happen?
Your
Because
identification.
no,
Because we've asked for it.
no,
You can go to jail. You understand? that,
no, I
right?
can't go to jail. I know that.
I bet you can.
I can't go to jail for being in my car sleeping.
No, you're right. You can't.
She must know some kind of lawyer or a police officer or sheriff or something. She's standing firm on this. So obviously she knows somebody who's taught her or told her to do this if this happens.
You can't go to jail for that, but you can go to jail for failure to provide your identification.
No, I can't. I
Do you want us
cannot.
to prove that? Because we easily can.
Call your superior.
He's on
I'll
his
show
way.
you. He'll be here and he'll
All right.
explain you the exact same
Will
thing.
you tell him? Will you please tell him that y'all woke me up because somebody called you
We
and
would
said,
be-
and then
do-
instead of leaving me,
He does know
instead of leaving me, y'all have to have my ID and
Yes,
all
ma'am.
this.
And we've been polite with you, man. So
Representatives of the state threatening the seizure of property, kidnapping, and false imprisonment are not polite gestures to an innocent citizen. These may appear like the polite thing to do for a law enforcement officer, but any sane person should realize that no one should be subjected to this type of behavior.
No, this is not polite.
I'm sure it is. I mean, we're just doing our jobs and
Y'all
calling somebody.
polite
and-
would be walking away and just letting it go.
Well,
At this point, no.
that would be fine.
Oh, because you're upset because I'm not giving you an ID.
No, ma'am. It's simply that you've now violated the law of
I
Alabama.
have not
Now we're
violated a law. You
How long-
tell me
how
what
long-
law is it? What law is it?
How long have you been a police officer?
I'm not a police officer.
Very well.
What
So
is
you
the
know
law
the
that
law,
I'm
right?
violating?
She is not a police officer, and to my knowledge, nor is she a lawyer. However, her father is.
I knew it. I knew it. You cannot tell. I knew it. She was standing too firm on this, bro. She was standing too. This is way. Oh, it just got good now. It just got good now. I told y'all she had to have known somebody, be married to somebody, or no. Now it makes sense, bro.
and to my knowledge, nor is she a lawyer. However, her father is.
Attorney General Buddy Caldwell.
What did he tell you?
What is the law?
Title 15. Right?
Title 15.
Title 15.
And you're getting on the edge of being disorderly.
I'm getting on the edge because you woke me up from a very nice nap. Now I'm having a terrible time. I come to where the hell can I go take a nap?
Ma'am,
At your
the nap
house?
is fine. Once again, we're not saying what you were doing was illegal with taking a nap. We're not
Well,
saying
then y'all need
Nobody has said that.
Do I get to go up to people and just identify them?
That just made it interesting now.
Hey, Paul.
Could, I suppose.
I'm sleeping at in my car at the lake, and 2 police officers have come up, and one of them knocked on my window, woke me up, and then told me I needed to give them my ID. And I'm sitting here talking to them now. They want my ID. I told them I work here, and then I'm off of work, and I'm just taking a nap, and they are pursuing this, trying to get my ID. And I'm at the lake, across from the school.
Tag come back to something else too. Did it? I'm pretty sure. 16. What did that Louisiana come back to?
That is my dad. I told him that.
10-4. Is that show expired?
He knocked on my window, woke me up, and now they're just begging for my ID because I've got to explain what I was just doing. It's just the truth.
We're not begging for. We're begging for you to not act like this.
Look,
and make this situation
I was
worse
gonna
on
act
yourself.
like this before y'all. What?
I imagine that's true.
Yes, it is true because this is how I am.
Okay.
Yes, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Who is this?
Paul is his name.
Paul what?
Landry.
Who is he to you?
Just
Who
answer
is
the
he?
phone. He's my husband.
Okay. Mr. Landry. Oh, is your last name Landry? Okay. Paul Landry.
This seems like a good time to remind you to never talk to cops.
You do realize you're making this worse. If you'd have given me your ID, we would have gone
I
on.
wish you would have
You
just
know
said,
what?
hey, are you okay,
I
dear?
did.
Are
I
you
did.
alright?
I did, but now I have an obligation. You may be wanted for murder.
I'm not wanted for
Well, I
murder.
don't know that. I don't even know you.
But you shouldn't be able to just go
yes,
up to
ma'am.
my car
yes,
and
ma'am.
just.
I have in the state of Alabama. I have that
why?
right.
Can you go up to them and just
Because of
ask
state
if they're
laws,
having a warrant?
yes, I can if they're suspicious. You're laying here passed out from
Look,
Louisiana.
let me just tell
we
you
don't
now,
know. Listen to me.
Laying
Listen
down
to me.
and sleeping is not suspicious
Yes, it is.
behavior. No, it is
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Look,
all right.
I'm not going to rent a
let me
hotel
advise you
room
something,
to
okay?
take a nap for like an hour, all right?
All right.
I do things simply.
When you tell me you're not going to give me an ID, and I tell you get out of the car,
Because it's not
I
my
don't know if you're
obligation to
yes,
give you
ma'am.
my ID.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
You live in the
it's
state of
not.
Alabama now, not Louisiana.
It's
Okay.
not my. It's still, why should it be an obligation?
Let me tell you this: my boss is coming, and you're going to make this much worse on yourself because he has no
Does he have nothing better to do?
You asked for
Does he
him.
have nothing better to do?
You
really?
You asked for him, did you not?
Yo, I love her, man. I love her accent. I love everything. But she got that southern twang, bro. I love her, bro. She is super irritated. Look at her. She is giving them pure hell. She is, oh my gosh, fam. I want to know who's right. If she's wrong, then she's going to be completely wrong. If she's right, like dude said with the title 15, then her anger and frustration is warranted to a certain extent. Now, is she being a little bit extra of a Karen? Possibly, you know, but hey.
You just woke me up from a nap.
Right. We have been polite with you and done all we're going to do at this
No,
point.
you took my
When I
arm
tell
and
you
you were
that-
about to
okay.
break my elbow because
Okay.
you would take it there.
Okay. When he
I
gets
know
here.
this.
Okay.
And you don't need to. It's not necessary.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right. Well, I give you a chance to give me your ID. Let us check you out, and we'd have moved on.
You should check their ID. I'm sure they're on their way somewhere really.
Well, if I need to, I will.
But, I mean,
Okay. All you're doing is talking yourself into going to jail. That's all you're
I'm
doing.
not. I'm trying to make a reasonable conversation.
No, you have not been
As reasonable as I can get
You're
because I was
becoming
in such a
disorderly.
nice
You're becoming
sleep.
disorderly. You could have given me your
Disorderly.
Listen to me.
I am not disorderly.
Miss Landry, listen to me.
Disorderly is you grabbing me
Right,
by
when
my
I tell you
arm
get out
and
of the
about
car,
to break my
okay.
elbow.
Just sit right
okay?
there. Here's my boss.
All right.
No, it ain't.
You just be sure to work.
Okay.
Tell him that
When I
you
tell you
wrote
get
me
out of the car,
for
I don't know if
that.
you're reaching for a gun or not.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear what he just said now? Come on, man. And that's that I don't like that right there. When I was trying to get you out of the car, I don't know if you were reaching for a gun or not. You could see her clearly. She wasn't reaching for a gun. That's gotta stop.
Oh, is that it? Oh, you thought I was reaching for a gun?
I don't know what you're reaching
Because
for. Okay.
I did this,
That's
and
fine.
you grab my arm.
Right. Okay.
So why don't you assess what you just did, not blame me for something, all right?
All right.
You know good and well I don't have a gun.
I don't know that. I
Yes,
don't know
you do.
you. You won't tell me who you
gotta
are. I do not know you.
Take each situation as it comes and you
How
evaluate.
long have you been a
it.
police
Don't
officer?
escalate
Have you ever been a
it.
police officer?
No, I've never been
Okay.
a police officer.
Then at this
But I've
point.
been around enough of them to know how
Okay.
they behave.
Okay.
Now y'all got this is real good taxpayer money funding right here,
Right,
buddy.
that's fine,
Let me
man.
tell you.
Okay.
You couldn't have handled this by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have just said, hey ma'am, are you alright?
All right.
That's it? That is it.
ALT. She's combative, refusal.
So what do y'all think the lieutenant's gonna come out here and tell him? Hey man, move on. It's not worth it. Just let her go. Or is he gonna say arrest her? What y'all think?
She didn't give me ID. I tried to get her out of the car. She pulled away from me. She knows the laws.
Let me talk to you. What's your first name?
My name is Kristen.
Christy, I'm Lieutenant Case. Okay. Here's the deal. We've got a call on you, okay? I don't know how they do things in the state of Louisiana.
When I'm sleeping.
Listen, okay, if you're sleeping in the parks, we have a city ordinance against that. So here's what I'm telling you, okay? We're going to ID who you are. If you fail to ID who you are,
Her husband on the
we're going to place
who I was talking to.
We're going to place you under arrest, okay? So I mean, that's just as simple as it comes. Okay, I'm being real polite to you. You haven't been unpolite to me. I'm just telling you, we've got a call on who you own you on a welfare check. Okay, we have a city ordinance against loitering in the parks. If you're sleeping in your vehicle in the parks, it's loitering. It's a city ordinance. We have a right to issue a citation for that. All right? Like I said, you may be from Louisiana, laws may be different. Right now, you're in Gunnersville, Alabama. Okay?
I don't know exactly why me moving from the shore line to my own car and sleeping in my own car during the daytime because everything closes. Please give me my phone back.
Her husband's probably still on there. That's who I was speaking to.
So here's what I'm telling you, man. You've got one option, and that's going to be to hand us your ID or identify who you are by name and birthday so we can figure out who you are. In Alabama, you have to provide identification. If not, you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction, okay? Now, we don't want to do that. I mean, if you don't have any warrants for anything, we find out who you are, then we find out who you are and we're on our way.
Hello? Okay. All right, bye.
So, like I said, you're making this a lot more difficult than it is. We get if you got nothing on you got no.
I don't think she's gonna ID herself, bro. And it said in the title she's arrested for napping. So here we go.
Okay, let me just I want to go over this. If I call and say that somebody is doing something, y'all automatically can go up to them and then identify them, and without any evidence.
It's called an investigation, man. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was on the shoreline.
If you say somebody was snooping around your house and there was two males walking away from your house, wherever you live, you would expect us to go ID them, right? And find out who they are and why they were around your house with them. Correct? If you called, that would be the service that you wanted provided for you, correct?
If somebody walked up to my car,
okay. Here's the thing. You're in a city
I
park.
would see that they're sleeping and I'm leaving. I would have been out there sleeping. Is that against the law? Well, awake is not against the law.
Loitering in the park, yes, ma'am.
This is crazy.
So what I'm asking you is, please provide identification.
Hello?
And we'll be on our way.
The complaint is that I'm sleeping. There's an ordinance for Gunnersville. That's not true.
It is true.
And they said somebody called. Yes, they said somebody called. and
We
complained.
obviously didn't come out just for no reason. Here's the thing that's about to happen.
Who
You're about
called?
You can subpoena that through the court. You're about to be booked
I
under.
can subpoena
Okay.
that through the
You're
court.
about to be booked under Jane Doe. Okay.
Oh, he wants to book me before I find anything else out.
So it's your options. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Either provide ID, give us your name and birthday.
But what, don't you understand?
No,
You're
ma'am.
investigating.
Right, this is
Instead
part
of
of
just
our
getting
investigation.
upset at me because I'm questioning
upset.
you, why wouldn't you just go?
Well, I'm not.
I still have a little bit of time before I have to go home.
No, ma'am. You're
Y'all
about. Okay. Here's
are
what's
trying.
about.
Y'all are
Okay.
inducing this.
Here's what's about to happen. You're about to be placed under arrest. Your car's going to be impounded. You're going to be booked under Jane Doe. We're going to send your fingerprints off to the FBI. It could take 30, 60, 90 days to come back. You'll be in jail no bond until then. So it's your option, man. Like I said, I've been real polite to you. That's all I'm asking is for either your ID or your name and date of birth. Nothing on you, then we'll leave. Yeah. This is an Alabama resident.
216, 1027, Alabama.
Now, what if she did all this and she got a warrant? What if she got like a warrant? She did all this and what if she got a warrant? Oh man, all right. Let's see.
I did this to you. You're lucky you're already arrested. For obstruction of justice. You have a valid. Here's what's on.
Should be able to sleep in my car when I need.
You're also going to be trespassing all the way to city park.
Just let it go.
Doesn't matter. You said it's right. It's like if you had a business.
I'm fine.
I'm different.
Was about to break my elbow from it. He was pulling on me. He was getting that grip on me. Because he had already told me I was going to be arrested.
He had every right to place you under arrest.
No, that's abuse. Y'all are abusing it.
I'm not abusing anything, man.
This is just y'all trying to prove a damn point is what this is. Yes, it is. And I just want a real investigation, not sleeping with my dang Kleenex right here in my face. I mean, it's obvious that I'm not
Is this a DRE?
picnicking.
We don't know if you're passed out drunk or if you're
Well,
passed
if you
out high or
can, I
you're.
mean,
It doesn't
any of
matter.
that.
So she terminated. Anything else about that?
She just needs to leave, as far as I'm concerned. You go serve parks.
Don't return, okay? If you return back, you'll be placed under arrest for criminal trespassing.
What are you talking about?
You're being trespassed from all benefit city parks. Have a good day.
No, I'm not.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Give me that writing. Give me that writing.
Oh snap! She can't come back. He just told her she can't come back. If she comes back, she'll be arrested. I gotta hear that again. And he said it, and he walked off, dropped the mic.
Anything else about that?
She just needs to leave, as far as I'm concerned. You go serve parks.
Don't return, okay? If you return back, you'll be placed under arrest for criminal trespassing.
What are you talking about?
You're being trespassed from all benefit
Say you're being trespassed
city parks.
from all city parks, I think he said.
Criminal trespassing.
What are you talking about?
You're being trespassed from all benefit city parks. Have a good day.
No, I'm not.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Give me that writing. Give me that writing. Give me that writing.
Have a good day, ma'am. You've been told, please leave.
What is your name again?
Different case. Please leave or you'll be placed
placed under
Case,
arrest.
no. Lieutenant Case.
Leave or be placed under arrest.
See, y'all are just upset
I'm
now.
not upset about it.
After having been told multiple times that she wasn't doing anything wrong, and after providing her ID, even though she didn't have a legal obligation to do so, she was trespassed from all city parks. She continued to argue with the officers about being trespassed and was arrested.
You're lucky you're not already going. I tell you what, y'all want to go ahead and just take her for the obstruction anyway?
Yeah. Stop, you're under arrest.
Come on. Please.
This body cam footage shows Landry being placed under arrest by 4 Gunnersville police officers, an incident that began after a 911 call about a woman sleeping in her car at the park.
There's Gunnersville Police Department's body cam footage, Way 31 obtained from Christy Landry. That's the woman being arrested. Way 31's Adam Lucas spent the day talking to both the Landry family and Gunnersville police and tells us how this issue escalated so quickly.
It's a very scary situation when you're being costed for nothing. I mean, at least if I had done something wrong, I would have some guilt about it or something, but here I am being dragged out of my car.
Luckily, her father is James Buddy Caldwell, the ex-Attorney General of Louisiana, and he represented her.
Attorney General Buddy Caldwell.
Every time I hear that, I just be like, ooh, bro, I hope they did everything right.
Well,
no crime was committed. This case should be thrown out as a matter of the law.
Gunnersville police declined to go on camera because it is an ongoing case.
The case was settled and all charges were dropped. Christie received an undisclosed cash settlement and moved out of Alabama. This case is from 2017. And even now, after thousands of cases like this one, officers still have a fatal misunderstanding of the law and often misinterpret overly vague ordinances to squeeze an arbitrary arrest. Never talk to the police. Thanks for watching. If you have a video...
Fam. Like, they doubled down. They trespassed her from all parks. And then was like, you know what? Arrest her on the obstruction. And put her, like, whew. Man. How do y'all feel about that? And yeah, she might have rubbed you the wrong way because of how she felt, you know, how she spoke, and she might have, but we speaking strictly on the law. Do you feel like they were wrong? How do y'all feel like they handled this situation? Now, they were polite, and they, in that aspect of it, they kind of leaned on what they thought they knew was right, which was wrong, apparently, because it was thrown out, settled out of court, pretty much, and they had to pay an undisclosed amount of money. So apparently something they were doing was wrong. So how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about it? I keep saying, fam, we have to know, because apparently some of these officers don't. And unfortunately, things like this have to happen. Do I want them to happen? No. But unfortunately, things like this have to happen in order for them to get schooled on what is right and what is wrong, what is the law and what is not. And you would think it would be that simple, but it's not. And this stuff keeps happening. So y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought of this video, man. This one was crazy. And stick around and stay tuned to the next reaction. I'm out. Peace, y'all. Stay solid. Hey.